Hello and welcome to IAO Football. Let's get straight into it. We're doing our AFCON predictions for 2022. The tournament starts in a couple of days. It might have already started by the time this video comes out, but we got 8 groups to predict, 24 teams to be exact, and instead of going first, second, third, and fourth, I'm going to be doing winner, runners-up, possible next round, and eliminated. You can probably figure out which place means which. Let's get straight into it. These are my AFCON predictions for 2022. Group A, winners, Cameroon. The hosts coming to AFCON as one of the favorites. They have a rich history in the competition, winning it 5 times, with only Egypt winning this competition more times. They are a top 50 team in the world according to FIFA rankings, with only 6 teams in Africa ranked higher than them. They have a deep squad featuring big names such as Andre Onana, Andre Frank Zambo and Guisa, Chipo Moteng, and Carl Hamdi. Combine this with the fact that they are coming off an inspired victory in World Cup qualifying versus the Ivory Coast. To put themselves in World Cup qualifying playoffs, it is clear to see why I think this team will win the group. Runners-up, Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso is the team that really impressed me during World Cup qualifying last fall. Despite not qualifying, they still took 12 out of a possible 18 points, did not lose a single game, scoring 12 goals along the way, and conceding only 4. All the talk will be about their star man Bertrand Traoré and how he's been weirdly exiled from the Aston Villa squad. But even if Traoré doesn't perform, they still are a decent team and should make it out of the group. Possible next round, Cape Verde. Cape Verde is another team that gave a good account of themselves during World Cup qualifying. They finished only 2 points behind Nigeria in first and lost only once, also to Nigeria. But despite all that, I still think they're finishing third, but it will have more to do with how bad Ethiopia are than how good you are. Eliminated, Ethiopia. Yeah, sorry Ethiopia, but you have as much of a chance of making out of this group as I do getting a D1 offer to play for Bama. Let's make a deal here. If you get more than 3 points, I'll make a whole video apologizing to the people of Ethiopia. Group B, winners, Senegal. Obviously. Senegal come into the tournament as arguably the favorites to win it. They were the finalists in the last edition, picking up 16 out of 18 points in World Cup qualifying, are the top-ranked team in Africa, and are the only African nation inside FIFA's top 20 ranking. Well, what I think sets them apart from almost everyone else is their squad depth. There are top-class players everywhere you look in this squad, and not many teams in Africa can compete with Senegal when they are up for it. First in the group, and winning every single group game. Runners-up, Guinea. Naby Keita is obviously the big star in this Guinea too, but there are some decent players to watch out for, such as RB Leipzig's Jan Moriba, Morgan Gilavogi of Paris FC, and Mohamed Bayer, who is adjusting to life in Liga surprisingly well with Clermont Foot. This team should make it out of the group, but don't expect anything special from them from the round of 16s onwards. Possible next round, Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe are the 5th lowest ranked team in AFCON. I watched them during World Cup qualifying, and they were dog shite. They scored only 2 goals in World Cup qualifying, did not win a single game, and they looked like they learned the offside rule 20 minutes before playing every game. The only reason why they aren't in 4th is because of the last team left in the group. Eliminated, Malawi. I'll talk about how bad Zimbabwe are, especially in World Cup qualifying, but as for Malawi, oh wow! Compared to Malawi, look like prime Barcelona. And on the Facebook, you might be saying, Malawi picked up a point more than Zimbabwe and won a game unlike Zimbabwe. But some context is needed here, please. Other than that one fluke win versus Mozambique, they lost every other game, conceding 12 goals, which is the joint most, had a goal difference of -10, which is the second least behind Djibouti, who somehow had a staggering -25 goal difference. Malawi might as well book their plane tickets for 2 weeks' time because they are eliminated before a ball is even kicked. Group C, winners, Ghana. I can only hope. There is no better time for AFCON to come for Ghana. Thomas Partey is looking like his world-class self again. Andre Ayew scoring a goal a game out of Qatar. Daniel Martin is back and starting in the Leicester City side. And even Jordan Ayew is back up his hard-working performances with some end products. Youngsters like Hamidine Sulemana and Felix Afena-Jen look very promising, although we might be without 21-year-old Saliste Abdul-Samir, who has really impressed at Clermont Foot, but has picked up an injury, and at the time of recording, we just don't know the severity of it. Aside from key players being back on form, Ghana has come off an impressive win versus South Africa in World Cup qualifying, taking them to the playoffs. Ghana is one of the favorites to win AFCON, and I think they'll start their journey off by topping Group C. Runners-up, Morocco. Morocco are the second highest ranked team in Africa. We're the most dominant team in World Cup qualifying, winning all 6 games, scoring 20, and only conceding 1. They have a team brimming with talent everywhere you look, so why did I put them as runners-up? It's a combination of 2 reasons. 1, they'll be without their main man Hakim Ziyech for the tournament. He is that spark they need to make them tick. He is that creative force within the team. I expect them to advance even in his absence, but it won't be easy, and I think they'll drop some vital points versus Ghana. The second being that Morocco have underwhelmed in the last international tournament. Dead last in the FIFA World Cup group, a round of 16 exit in AFCON 2019, and a quarterfinal exit in the FIFA Arab Cup last month. Honestly, Morocco are too good not to advance, but Ghana are a good enough team to punish them for the mistakes they make. Possible next round, Gabon. You can't be worse than Comoros, especially if you have Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and Mario Lemina in your team. Eliminated, Comoros. Sorry, Comoros. I'd be excited to see a nice underdog story, but in this group, with the caliber of teams, nah, it just ain't happening. Alright, this is your quick video reminder that we are on the road to 1K subscribers, so guys, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe, and yeah, back to the video. Group D, winners, Egypt. Egypt are going to be a scary team in AFCON. They were the hosts in the last edition, but shockingly lost in round 16 to a South African team who placed 4th out of the 3rd place team to qualify. They're coming off a dominant performance in World Cup qualifying, taking 14 out of 18 points. Mo Salah's in the best form of his life. Ammar Ghazi is enjoying his football again. Trezeguet is back from injury. Omar Amush looks very promising. And Mustafa Mohamed is one to watch out for. Runners-up, Guinea-Bissau. Possible next round, Nigeria. Nigerian football is an absolute mess right now. So many things are going on behind the scenes, including a last-minute managerial change and key players being left out. This is the Nigerian fans' response to the appointment of Jose Posada. You can just see the disappointment and anger, and rightly so. He has managed 7 teams since the start of 2016, been sacked at all of them, except for Venezuela this year, where even then he only won 1 out of 10 games. So Nigeria have hired a terrible coach and are without their 2 best attackers. That alone is not a good combination. I predict that they'll win for Sudan, obviously, lose to Egypt, and get a disappointing draw versus Guinea-Bissau, finishing 3rd on goal difference. Eliminated, Sudan. Congratulations to Sudan, who's actually qualified for the first African Cup of Nations in a decade. But their journey is going to end in 2 weeks. You were the 5th lowest ranked team in AFCON. Despite not winning a single game World Cup qualifying, you guys did show that you have some fight in you. But at the end of the day, you severely lack the talent compared to anyone else in this group, and almost everyone else in this competition in general. Last place, and probably losing all 3 games. Group E, winners, Algeria. Algerian football is in a great place, currently ranked as the 3rd best team in Africa, and one of 4 teams pledged in the top 30. This is their golden generation, and unlike others, they are delivering the goods. Since failing to qualify for the 2018 World Cup, they have won AFCON in 2019, they are a couple weeks back, and finished top of the World Cup qualifying group, going undefeated, scoring 25 goals along the way, and only conceding 4. This team has a rich blend of top-class players, improving youngsters, and players that will provide valuable experience. They'll clean up in this group and finish 1st with minimal fuss. Runners-up, Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast don't have the same fear factor that they had when the likes of the Toure brothers, Didier Drogba, and Salomon Kalou were a part of the squad, but that doesn't mean they can't make some noise in AFCON. The Ivory Coast team is young compared to most teams in AFCON, but it's also a very deep squad, with the likes of Wilfried Zaha, Sebastian Haller, Nicolas Pepe, Franck Kessier, Eric Bailly, Maxwell Cornet, Willy Bonny, and Ibrahim Sarange, among many others in the squad. Despite not qualifying for the World Cup, they gave a very good account of themselves, and they took the fight to the last day, where they were nearly beaten by Cameroon 1-0 and finished behind them by 1 singular point. This team can be a real force in the tournament, but they aren't going to finish top because the Algeria team is that good, and I don't think they'll be able to compete with them. Possible next round, Equatorial Guinea. Equatorial Guinea are a decent team at best, and gave Tunisia a good run for their money in World Cup qualifying, but come on now. If they finish either above the Ivory Coast or Algeria, I'll buy a Pedro Obiang shirt and make a 3-minute apology video on TikTok. Eliminated Sierra Leone. You weren't even good enough to make the third round of World Cup qualifying, of course you're finishing last. Group F. Winners. Mali's my dark horse. I don't know why, but I just feel it. Mali are a good team, yes, and have some top players within the squad, but they're probably not as good as Tunisia. I just have this gut feeling that they're going to turn up, finish first, and reach the quarterfinals at the very least. Runners-up, Tunisia. Tunisia are a weird team. As individuals, they are not great. Only one big casual holds any real pedigree in Europe, and even is considered by many to be a Sunderland flop. And although he's doing well as always for Saint-Etienne, they are rooted to the foot of Ligue 1. Like I said, they're not great individuals, but when they play as a team, they are a very scary proposition. They are the 4th highest ranked team in Africa, finished 4th in the last edition of the AFCON, 2nd in the FIFA Arab World Cup, and 1st in the World Cup qualifying group. They should have no trouble making out of this group, especially considering the last two teams. Possible next round, Gambia, eliminated Mauritania. I don't have much to say about either of these teams, so I'm going to do it in one go. Both these teams are awful, straight up. Mauritania's best and most high-profile player is Boubacar Kamara, a guy that thinks stealing a penalty off your striker in a Premier League relegation dogfight that you are losing is a good idea. Kamara's end product is on par with Pixnot, and somehow, while at Fulham, he did the absolute impossible, making Claudio Ranieri, one of the nicest men in football, actually hate him. Gambia's most high-profile footballer is probably Mo Barrow, the hyperactive pacemaker who was at Swansea about 4 years ago, but unlike Kamara, Mo Barrow is not the danger man for Gambia. Instead, step forward Moussa Barrow. He's a 23-year-old youngster out of the Atalanta Academy. He's currently at Bologna right now, and is doing okay. 9 goal involvements in 18 games is not too bad. Despite the fact that Gambia are ranked lower, we're not even good enough to make the third round of World Cup qualifying, I think Moussa Barrow is going to be the difference maker and haul Gambia into a position where they might be in AFCON for more than 2 weeks. Alright, so we've done all of the group places. Now let's do the small matter of the third place teams that are going to qualify for round 16. 4 third place teams will qualify. I'm going to list them in chronological order based on the best third place team, the second best third place team, and so on, because that's how it actually works in AFCON. Okay, let's go. The first one, I think, will be Nigeria. I said this already in their group that they'll finish third, and they'll do it with 4 points. They'll beat Sudan, draw to Equatorial Guinea, but lose to Egypt. But they'll have the best goal difference out of all of them, and they're going to be tied on points with the second team I'm going to mention, Cape Verde. I think Cape Verde beat Ethiopia on match day 1, an Ethiopian team that probably will not be focused on football. They'll lose to Burkina Faso in match week 2, but get a crucial draw versus Cameroon, who would have already qualified for around the 16s and will just need a draw to win the group. They'll finish with 4 points just like Nigeria, but I think Nigeria will probably have a superior goal difference. The third one is Zimbabwe. They'll lose to Senegal in match week 1 by about 3-0, beat up a Malawi team in the next game by the same scoreline, but lose 2-1 versus Guinea. Sorry, Guyana. No, I was right, Guinea. But with only a -1 goal difference, they will advance. And the last 4th place team that I think will reach round of 16s is Equatorial Guinea. They'll lose their first 2 games versus the Ivory Coast and Algeria by a combined aggregate scoreline of 6-1 before putting Sierra Leone to the sword and beating them 3-0 to steal the last qualifying spot from Gabon on the final day. That would mean that Gabon and Gambia will be the 2 third place teams to go home, so sorry to those teams. Alright guys, if you like this video, give it a like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below who you think is going to win AFCON, and also who you think are going to be your dark horses. I'm going to try and get this out before AFCON actually starts, but I am against the wire right now, so yeah. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you guys in due time.